I've just weighed up 2 lumps of clay, and I've kneaded them up. I'm preparing to make flat clay discs with them. I'll show you the method I found. So I'm going to start by knocking the clay into a nice round shape. Take that off. Right, with the cloth, stop it sticking. You can beat the clay out with the rolling pin to make it thinner before you roll it out with the thicknessing sticks, and that doesn't stretch the clay as much as if you roll it straight from the beginning, so it's quite noisy. Just turn that round. I'm keeping it in a sort of round shape because that's what I want. This is just compressing the clay rather than stretching it. It's also quite satisfying. Right, now I'll use the thicknessing sticks to make it the thickness I want. And I'm rolling out from the middle. Clay has a memory about how it's handled, so if you roll it all in one direction you'll stretch it, and then when it comes to dry it won't stay in shape. You'll know when it's rolled out to the right thickness because there won't be any more little ripples in it. Let's get those scales out of the way. I found one of the most important things for keeping clay flat, keeping it to stay flat, is to not bend it at all. So I've rolled that out on the cloth and it's completely flat, and now I'm going to put it onto a wooden bat that I can then put on the wheel head to trim it into a disc shape. So it's how to get the clay from this cloth onto the bat. And what I'll do is I'll pull the clay onto another board. This is how I get the clay from the worktop onto a board, keeping it flat. I'm leaning on the board to hold it against the worktop, and I'm pulling the cloth so the clay stayed flat. And then I'm going to get the clay onto this bat, but the bat's got holes so that it will locate on the wheel head, and I don't want those to make dents in the clay, so I'm going to stick a bit of paper across those. Just wetting the paper a bit. Stick that across there. That's it. Put this down like that. Okay, and I'll turn the whole lot over. Take away this board, and that's put my slab onto the bat. So that's all ready now to put on the wheel head and trim a disc. Okay, now I'm going to locate the bat on the wheel head. I've got these 2 pins there which will locate it and get it lined up. There we are. Turn that on. I'm going to start by just making a score so I can see where a complete circle is. And now I've got to hold the knife very firmly away what I don't need. Yeah. Take that away. Now I've just put that on the wheel head and trimmed with a knife, trimmed off the excess, which I can recycle now. And then this is all ready to decorate. I'm going to use impressed leaves and slips to decorate it with, but there are lots of other things you could do with that. And that should just stay flat. If it dries slowly, there's no reason for it to curl up. Then it should stay flat in the firing.